So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So in this video I'm going to showcase some Superboss teams made by my fellow TRA members Envenom and Book Collectionist. So shoutouts to them, they are great teams. I'm able to do more than 500 billion with each of these teams, which means that I can farm by myself. So as I've said before, right now I'm in alliance with mostly Indonesian people, so I'm basically the only one up right now. So I'm like, yeah, that's a good chance for me to just get rid of my Superboss token, since I'm focused on personal grind this Kizuna. At the time of this recording, I am currently rank 20 in personal, but there's a lot of modders above me, and I will probably climb a bit more. I don't really plan to get first or anything. This is mostly some practice for World Cruise in 2 months or so. But yeah, as for my personal ranking story, look forward to that tomorrow. It should be my next video. But yeah, let's jump into these teams. And yeah, I'm just going to jump in because, as said, I need to do 2 rounds with each team, so we can talk while I play. And let's see if I can remain consistent. So this first team uses Yamato as friend captain, V2 Yamato, and also as sub. Like, the mechanics for this Superboss is so weird. Like, this batch should have no problem at all doing 999 billion, basically the damage cap at max capacity, but the debuffs are so obscure and intrusive that it's very hard. Some have been able to do it, but I want to remind you that if you see anyone post like 999 billion team against the super bosses, it's basically guaranteed to abuse bug stall to get the 200% final tap buff from Yamato. And yeah, one cool thing with this team is that we're actually not going to remove the threshold this stage. Usually not removing threshold, especially a big one as this. I think this is a 99% threshold, which basically means that we need to do 100 more damage, 100 times more damage than usual in order to kill this stage. But it's actually no problem with all of the buffs we get. I even have the bonus of getting Soro-Sanji's super tandem due to mine being rainbow. But obviously that's not a guarantee. Zoro can get a random 1 orb, but even with the 1 orb I kill very easily. So yeah, let's just play through final stage 1 so we can talk a bit more on the second run through. And yeah, the main damage output from this team is basically all of the final tap buffs we stack on Yamato. This brook is just so we can try and guarantee a tandem orb for super tandem. Not a problem this run though. So yeah, I'm going to use all of the Yamato stuff first. Double Yamato is actually not bad because you're able to buff both the color affinity and the increased damage taken by 2 specials. And all of the swaps and EX and specials also add a lot of resistance and the final so-called final tap buff. Soro-Sanji are just amazing in general. I saw that Kanzi put them first in his tier list, and if I did a more normal tier list like that, I'd definitely agree with that. Definitely the most valuable legend right now, I'd say, for PvE purposes in general. And yeah, we're ready now, so we're going to hit with Whitebeard first, get the chain going. Then I tap with Roger Odin. Let's see if we can do a rush while talking. Yeah, I got good at rush. And yeah, I didn't talk, but yeah, I hope that's okay with you guys. Yeah, that's fine. As long as I do over 500 billion, it means I can kill in 2 runs. So yeah, we can talk about replacement. There's one obvious replacement on this team, which is the versus Whitebeard. The better unit to use is V2 Momo, but I don't have him. He hasn't rerun since his debut. He's not even rerunning on the upcoming Sugo, which is very weird. One cool thing though is that we can remove the barrier with the cat and dog support on Roger Odin, as well as the weight base support on Whitebeard. And that does mean we make a bit extra damage with Roger Odin, but honestly it's not a big deal. But it can be nice for reliability, like if you make a small mistake like miss a rush or something, it might not be end of the roll and force me to do a third run, basically. At this stage it's important to do over 10 million, just so we get the 3-turn ore boost from Roger Odin this stage. And yeah, they really try to force the Roger Odin and Kinemon combo for this super boss. But well, Kinemon is really good, and one good thing with Kinemon is that he both helps Roger Odin with the rush, and he also helps Zoro Sanji with the super tandem and EX and such, so very useful in that regard. And yeah, as expected, Wichu Yamato really shines in Kizuna. Doesn't really in other content, maybe stuff like Parking Adventures, but other than that, not really. And yeah, they really made everything for Roger Odin to shine against this particular super boss as well. I think this is basically the peak for them. I don't imagine them getting this extensive use moving forward. Yeah, I need to use both of them now. The cat dog support actually adds some damage as well, since they add 10% to the final tap buff. That is one of Yamato's main mechanics. And yes, Zoro Sanji's buffs plus the Whitebeard chain boundary gives us all of the chain buffs. So together with Rush we easily get super high chain, as I'm sure you've seen. So yeah, let's do this. Can I hit all of the Rush again? That's nice. Okay, I didn't mess up. We take those. Okay, the next team actually does more damage than this one, which to me is like mind-blowing because it feels so bad as well. But the cool thing with this next team is that the 6+ of Law that we just got really shines here. It's really good. And yeah, it has some weird units like Nami and Robin, but yeah, it is surprisingly good. I do over 600 billion with this team. So for this one, we're using Zoro Sanji Friend, which I'm sure many appreciate since most people don't have them rainbow like I do. But of course, it can be hard to find them rainbow as well. So yeah, we're going to use Nami Robin turn 1 on this team. Our main mechanic this super boss has been the fact that stage 2 we get like 99 turns of buffs that stop you from doing good buffs, like one of the dumbest mechanics they've added. But people quickly notice that if you preemptively get that buff yourself from units like Nami Robin, you can block it. So normally you won't be able to use ore boost or base attack boost here, and obviously making a team without ore boost is not going to be that great. But now we're free to use ore boost, so thanks for that. And yeah, on the last team we were not allowed to use conditionals, and it's amazing that we can do over 500 billion damage that easily without conditionals. Like, it's insane actually. And yeah, here we just swap Yamato, use special, and we easily kill. There's no reason to try and keep the Wano Orb on Yamato. Like, Law has an ability that if Captain has Wano Orb, he gives a higher increased damage taken, but when we use Yamato special later, Yamato will buff the increased damage taken to 2.25 times regardless, so it doesn't matter. What does matter though is that we want the Frank Captain to have a Tandem Orb, which we get from swapping Zoro Sanji, of course. And yeah, here the order of specials is important. So basically Zoro Sanji first get the Tandem Orb, then we use Law, we get that super type buff. Now we want to swap Oden and Toki and then use Zoro Sanji. That way we can buff the Orb boost from Toki and Oden, and then when we use their special we can heal, so we have high enough HP for Law's final tap. And yeah, now Yamato is ready, and we have increased damage taken and call affinity, so Yamato will buff both of those, and also add to the final tap value, of course. And then we use Sanji, we don't even need to swap, honestly. And yeah, we're going to get some extra chain from Sanji. So we start with Rush again, yet another Rush here, but as you saw, I'm pretty good at Rush. So start with Sanji here. Then we hit Toki Oden, Nami Robin, Zoro Sanji, Yamato. Set up for Law's final tap. And yeah, we do incredible damage there, and the animation is super cool. And yeah, I'm sure you're wondering, why did Law do that much damage? We can talk about that when we go into the next round. But basically, this team also had no conditionals at all. We had increased damage taken, but no death down conditional, delay conditional, or anything. But we still did pretty good damage across the board. And then, when we do the last final tap, we do add that conditional. We can just quickly check his final tap. And basically, that final hit gets a 3.25 times conditional, which is insane. So that means that alone makes Law hit 3.25 times harder than all other units. But it's not just that, because we have the V2 Yamato Captain, who lets you stack the final tap buffs in the kit. So we end up adding even more to that final damage. So yeah, it's very hard to believe that final hit, but yeah, it's true. So yeah, this is a team I for sure will not have been able to come up with myself. Like, this is a very big brain team. Honestly, the biggest brain team part of this team is Toki and Oden. Like, I'm very impressed that Envenom and the book collectionist. Oops. No, I messed up. I didn't use Nami and Robin. So, since usually I can repair that, but since I was recording, I forgot to do it. So I'm actually going to just, like, I could end the recording, but I want to finish the run. So there's no way I do enough damage now, so might as well just do another run. Like, I don't really care about wasting super boss tokens. Like, I'm only doing these super boss runs to be nice to my alliance teammates, to not waste them. But I honestly don't care at all about how we rank. Like, it will be cool if we rank in the top 10, which we will most likely do. But I won't cry if we don't. But yeah, they're doing a good effort, and they've been helping me with some assist as well, so might as well pay them back. And I'm taking the chance now before I grind my own personal runs hard tomorrow. Well, tomorrow as of making this video, but if you're watching this video, it's more like, yeah, today, basically. So yeah, Super Boss is not something I thought about at all here. I've just been busy with so much stuff. Like, it's not just OPTC, but also with work, there's been a lot of stuff at work, and I've just been very tired as well. And I also made a stupid decision to both farm treasure map hard and then right after farm Kizuna hard. But yeah, I won't be farming anything at all before World Cruise really, and after World Cruise it's basically a farm break for me all the way to summer. Like Anniversary, for example, which is a big event, that's not a big event for me. Like Anniversary for me is just making content basically. So that's what I will focus on. And yeah, basically farming while I enjoy doing it. It does hurt the content, so that makes me feel a bit bad as well, but what can you do? Like after this Kizuna, it will be back to normal, so I hope that's fine with you guys. But even if I feel like Tokyo Odin is pretty big brain, I can't help but feel like surely there has to be a better option that has more synergy, that lets me proc Super Tandem later, but earlier to do even more damage. But like I understand also that that's a very hard sell since Tokyo Odin does so much, but it is a bit unfortunate, I will say. Okay, let's finish this. And yeah, very easy kill, and yeah, I love this. This is the best final tap animation, it's amazing. But yeah, that's me beating both the super bosses with teams made by TRA members Envenom and Book Collectionist. Great job, no credit for me. I just made some small optimizations based on the units I have in my box. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.